Hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure that notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. So for today's video, I have a super exciting one because I'm going to be testing out the new Revolution Candy Haze collection, and the reason I'm barefaced right now is because the first product is actually a primer. So I wanted to start off this video full face, not spoil anything or what the finished look is before we've started the video. But if you do want to see a full review, swatches, my opinions, the products in action of this new Revolution Candy Haze collection, then please keep watching. The only product I am actually missing from this collection is the lip balms, but in all honesty, I've got so many lip oils and lip balms at this point that I really don't need any more. So that's my only reason for not purchasing those. But I do have everything else. So firstly, we have the Candy Haze Primer. Look how funky this looks. I absolutely love how this looks. Like, that is so cool. Really reminds me of that Steeler primer that come out. I think it had all like color correcting in here, but this is a weightless primer, and I think all of these products have ceramide in it. And for anyone who doesn't know what ceramides are, they are skin identical molecules that maintain the skin barrier for hydrated, soft and healthy skin. So that's the primer. We do also have a fixing spray, we have an eyeshadow palette, and we also have 3 jelly highlighters, and then there are 3 lip balms in the collection as well. So let's just get started. We're gonna obviously start with the face primer. This is actually £10, I think. Yes, it's £10, which is quite expensive. I have found recently that Revolution keep coming out with primers that are £10, which, you know, a little bit spenny for Revolution, but let's see how good this is. So this is the packaging for the primer. I absolutely love it. This is so aesthetically pleasing. I'm just gonna pump, I don't know, maybe like 2 pumps on my finger. So this is what it looks like. It is slipping down my finger, but it has a bit of like a moisturizer texture. It doesn't smell of anything, but let's see how this looks. So I've applied the primer. It does seem to have dried down, which for me, I do actually like. I like that it's dried down. It feels ever so slightly tacky, very tiny amount though. It's not super sticky or anything, and it looks nice on the skin. It does look like it's slightly mattified those areas that I applied it. I don't know if you can tell that as well, but especially on my cheek area, it does look like it's mattified them. I always say it's a primer, but you don't really truly see how they work until you put makeup on top of this. So I'm going to leave it here with the primer. I'm going to hop off camera. I'm just going to apply my foundation and concealer, and then I'll be back to test out the jelly highlighters. Okay, so I'm back. I've just popped on these products here. This is the L'Oreal Plumping Tinted Serum. First time trying it. I actually really like it, which is surprising because it's not a typical foundation I'd use. Did also use the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics concealer for the first time. You may need to watch the TikTok for that one. So now let's move on to the jelly highlighters, which I'm very excited about. So we have 3 shades and they are £6 each. This is what the packaging looks like for them. I'm obsessed with all the clouds and the pretty pinkness and stuff. And the packaging for the highlighters just looks like this in a pot. This one is in the shade Fantasy, which, to be honest, I think is going to be my favourite because I did swatch this and it looks beautiful. So this one, when swatched, is like a very light gold sort of shade. It is absolutely stunning. I think this is the one I'm going to use actually. The next one is called Dewdrop. Now this one is a little bit more pinky, if any of you prefer more pink highlights. And the last one is Inspire, which is a bronzy jelly highlighter. and this one would look beautiful on a deep skin tone. So I'll pop the swatches on screen now so you can see what they look like on my skin tone. But as I said, I am going to use the shade Fantasy because it's my favourite. It's got such a funky texture to it. I've gotten way too much on my finger, but I am just going to apply it with my finger because I don't know how this is going to work. I generally think this is the first ever jelly highlighter that I've actually enjoyed using. Look how beautiful that is on the skin. If I just come up closest to the camera, can you see how it's not like glittery or metallic or anything? It just has this beautiful wet, like dewy finish to it. It's very natural. Oh, I really like it. I think it's absolutely stunning. And this shade, by the way, is a must-have. Oh my goodness, if you've got a fair skin tone like me, definitely pick up this shade. I really like this. I definitely think they should have done like blushes for this collection, like cream or like jelly blushes. That would have been super cute as well. But this is my base so far, using the primer and the jelly highlighters. I'm gonna go put on the rest of my makeup, then we can test out the spray and the eyeshadow palette. Okay, so I'm back. I've got the rest of my makeup on now. I did forget to apply this spray before I put my highlighter on, but it really doesn't matter. I'm gonna use this now to like melt everything together. So this is the Candy Haze Sweet Dreams fixing spray. Look how cute the packaging is. I absolutely love it. It's got two little like balls in it. I don't know why, because I don't think this is shimmer or anything, but I did give this a good sniff and it smells unreal. Unreal. It's such a sweet scent, but in a good way. Oh my god, I need to douse my face in this. Okay, perfect. My skin is looking really nice. I have had a mishap with the concealer I tested out today, so this area is going to look a bit bad. But the rest of my skin looks absolutely beautiful. I'm really happy with the products I've tested so far. Now we're going to move on to the eyeshadow palette. This is what the packaging looks like, and it costs £10. I'm not going to lie, this isn't my most favourite part of the collection. The palette isn't really that exciting. This is what it looks like. Not many mattes in here, if I'm honest. I think there's maybe 3. Yeah, there's 3 mattes in here, which are these 3. All the rest of them are shimmers. So I'm gonna, you know, take a wild, guess and say this palette is mainly for the shimmers and not the mattes. I'll pop the swatches on the screen so you can see what all the shades swatch like. So the shimmers in here are very like icy, silvery, gold, green, purple, pinky. So there's different types of shimmers, but the mattes in here is like a very light brown, a very pale cream shade, and a pink. This is not going to work on a deeper skin tone, which is frustrating. But let's see if we can create some sort of soft shimmery look with it. Okay, so I just popped on some of my Revolution Super Base, and now we're just gonna play with a few of the shades in here. So firstly, I'm gonna take the pink shade in here, which is called Vapor, and I'm gonna pop that in my crease. Then I'm going to take Tart, which is the brown shade here, and I'm going to use that to start blending out the pink. Okay, so that's pretty much all I'm going to actually do for the mattes. And now I'm going to take a shimmer. This one is called Clouds, and I'm going to pretty much put that like all over my lid. And then right over that, I'm going to take Candy, and I'll just pop that right in the centre of my lid. That shimmer didn't really do much. It's quite a putty texture in the pan. Can you see that? Weird texture, so it's meaning that the pigment is not massively showing up my lid, but it is on my finger. I'm just going to take more of that pink matte, and I'm just going to pop it underneath. And then I'm going to take this shimmer here, which is called Glaze. It has a very pinky reflect to it, so it's obviously going to fit in very well with the mattes. Okay, so that is the eye look done. Super soft and simple. Some people do enjoy palettes like this, do not get me wrong, but for me personally, it is not to my taste really. I rarely do very soft, subtle eye makeup like this, but it is each their own and everyone's own opinions. I would love to know what you think down below. So I'm just going to quickly hop off camera. I'm going to pop on some mascara and lips, then I'll be right back to discuss my final thoughts on the whole collection. Okay, so I'm back. This is my completed look. If you want to have a quick look at my face, this is what it looks like with my mascara and my lip products on. So for my mascara, I just used my Revolution and 5D Lash Pow. Really like that mascara. And my lips is actually a new Anastasia Beverly Hills combination, their new lip products. I have the lip liner on in the shade Sandstone, and I also have a new satin lipstick in the shade Tease. I did actually film a TikTok on these, but I should really film them in like 0.5 speed, so I'm gonna have to completely refilm that, which is fun. But yes, this is my completed look with all of the new Candy Haze products. Just to give you a bit of a roundup on my thoughts, the eyeshadow palette is honestly nothing special and probably my least favourite thing in this collection. I pretty much loved everything else. The primer I would definitely keep using. The only thing I would say about that is that I would use a pore filling primer for these areas, but I would use that everywhere else, only because I did notice when I applied the rest of my makeup, in these areas, I don't know if you can quite tell on camera, but my pore areas are still quite clear. Whereas I know normally if I use a pore filling primer, it is massively smoothed over. So this is a primer for me that will be good for all over the face rather than in those areas. But apart from that, absolutely love everything about this. Loose does have a discount code for Rev, which is Loose20, and that gets you 20% off if you don't want to quite pay £10 for this. The spray smells absolutely heavenly, and I would just keep using this for how good it smells, and it did melt all my makeup together, so I do like it for that reason. And then the jelly highlighters, I was so impressed with that shade Fantasy. I think it gave a absolutely beautiful, dewy, glowy, wet looking highlighter, and I actually really liked it, and I would definitely keep reaching for this as well. Just to remind you, there are lip balms in this collection as well, which apparently are really good and adjust to your pH level on your lips. So if you want to try some fun lip balms, then definitely check those out. I think they're around £5. I think that just about rounds up all of my thoughts and opinions on the new Revolution Candy Haze collection. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.